The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it fun when you do everything right, you practice, you get it all down, and it's ready to go, and boom, the internet. That perfect thing that doesn't work all the time. Oh, well, what I do all the time, I have to. Got no choice. Got to count to 10, close my eyes and pray, and say, thank you, Jesus, because I'll tell you what. All right, when you're trying to build and get back out there and help the world and change the world, it's like you're fighting the devil all the time. But the bottom line is simple. All right, I don't want to win. I'm very tenacious. So my name is Ray Reynolds. Write it down, tap it, pen, write down today's date. This is live. It always is. 6 days a week this year. All right, last and final year on in front of people or online. All right, it's been 45 years now. The ultimate goal. So let's understand something today. No pictures, no recording. All right, I want you to put it here. Please put it here, please. Because you got to understand how to play and to win. All right, I know you all know all the good stuff and blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I'm going to correct it. Did you get to million? Did you get to billion? Did you get all the goodies? The answer is no, then you're not there where you want to be. Me, I did. It's pretty simple. I'm on the line 6 days a week live, trying to help as many people as I can, but it's rags to riches. I've been fighting since the day I was born, literally trying to get past go and the ultimate goal. See, I got born in a taxi. She didn't want me. She put me in a trash can. Then Mrs. Hope, what a good lady. She was a she-devil from hell too. But you know what? I brought in 100,000 into the corporate structure at 9.5, a million 14, 2.6 billion 26. How am I doing so far? But I want to change the world. That's not easy to do because I got to get you to listen. And some of you, you know everything. But what really needs to be done? Sorry to say. So the bottom line is I made 2 promises to myself years ago. First, I said I would never have a family. Come on. Why would I ever want a wife and kids? All I was dealing with as a kid is hell. I was paying rent at 8 years old. Come on. It's ridiculous. Unless I could come up with a foolproof way to not bring the pain home. And that's what I did. God gave me the visions and the truth. So the bottom line, the next promise I made to myself was not to have a baby ever unless I held my first child. See, I never held a baby. This was my first kid. I've got 6 kids now and 9 grandkids and 1 on the way. I kept my promises to myself. Are you going to keep yours? I hope you make some today because I want you to learn to see it, believe it, go get it. I want you to look behind the curtain. See, I want to show you what that means. For me, every time I heard somebody going blah, 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 how's it work? Why? How? Why? I was always a pain in the tush. I always wanted to know how to play the game. I want to win. It's kind of like when the grown-ups told me when I was a little boy, have money for the rainy day. I thought they were just stupid, sorry, because they couldn't explain it to me. You know what I did next? I created something called safety credit. See, I want you to take your credit cards today out of your person right now and wallet. Come on, right now. And I want you to write down a procedure. I want you to write down, put a sticky. We're going to dummy size this. I want a stick in the back of every card. I want to show you exactly what I did when I trained Ken Yarborough as security chief at TRW in Spirit years ago. 25, 29%. So if we have two cards like these, they're 50,000 a piece, and I basically have the two cards, and I only use 29%. All right, that means I'll have 71,000 of safety credit in case blankets the fan, loss of job, or pandemic. You see, your problem is you keep jacking up your cards, and there's rules and tools you can learn to play, and you don't have to jack up the wrong ones anyway, but you seem to. The line of defense is what I want you to focus on today. Then they said, don't put all your eggs in the basket. Explain that to me. They couldn't figure it out. So what I did is I created a division process in 85, 86. See, here's the thing. Some of you, probably half of you, have a corporation today. I'd like you to look at it as Secretary of State. See, when they sue the corp, they sue you. You're a duck. And if you use your home address, that's called stupidity, because you never should in the first place. So let's think about the banks. Bank of America, Chase, B of A, not the ones that just got shut down the other day. How about grocery stores? How about cities? They have a parent company managing entities called subsidiaries. They bankrupt a location and they get a tax credit. While you're sitting there going, you bring the pain home and go, boo. I don't understand that. I created division process in 85, 86. I've been teaching and preaching that for 45 years. Where have you been? I don't understand. Put all your ducks in a row. To me, that's just building $1 million of credit, not bringing the pain home. Why would you bring the pain home to you and your family? I don't understand that. Sorry. It makes no sense. See, every time I got a problem, I got to get out of one of my books. I collected credit cards when I was a kid. I got $53 million worth of this stuff. Am I going to be broke ever again? No, I know how to juggle, and I know how to struggle, but I'm going to get past go. But it's up to you. You see, the lack of knowledge makes us do stupid things, doesn't it? But it's up to you. See, your lack of knowledge is why you brought the pain home. And every one of you know that. So my blueprint works every time. Let's build your life one piece at a time. Can you please do it my way? Just let me do everything for 6 months, please. Because I'll get to the million. Some of you to $1 billion. But understand something today. Here's the biggest mistake every one of you make, not understanding how to play. You got an SSN for the 1040 tax return. You think it's for credit. No one used it in the 70s and 80s to get that credit came in the mail. You see, your SSN gives you one chance to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you must be dead. See, we the people, understand, we the people, SSN, tax, improve it when we die. That's what happens to us. Because we're all focusing on the SSN. And the reality is you should have learned how to play a long time ago. Unfortunately, you didn't play. So let's look at the SS4 today. I get people, I got a tax ID, Ray. You didn't learn daily squat. What are you talking about today? See, the SS4 allows a corporation, a division, or a division of you, subsidiary, all kinds of stuff. But again, let's focus on the form. Have you dissected every form you ever looked at? I do. But understand something. When I explained to Ted Turner, and Ted, the famous attorney, when I was 9 and a half, that you use the SS4 26 ways. What? Yeah. You see line 1 right here? Let's look at it right here. It says legal name of entity. Oh, that's a division, subsidiary, corporation, or a person. You see individual person? Are you a person? You real? So that means your name can be in line 1. You see, your biggest problem, you chose to be a duck. Sorry, because when they sue you, you got a duck. You only get one SSN and an SS4 for every corp, division, subsidiary, and more. SSN equals 1040 tax return. That's all it's for. Now let's understand. The SS4 equals 1120. Have you filed your 1120 tax return if you have a corporation or tax ID before you met me? Your next response will be, what's 1120, Ray? I hear it all the time. I don't understand why people spend thousands for a corporation that's free and they kill money. And they don't learn diddly squat. You see, it's the tax return too. So let's understand. I'm going to show you how you never had to bring the pain home in the first place. You brought it home because you wanted to. Congratulations. The United States of America Incorporated set up 50 corporations called states. States set up corporations called cities. They created the line of defense in your face, so you did nothing besides complain. They, under the Federal Protection Act, created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They get to bankrupt the debt and stay in business. But we, the people, is tax, and probate when we die. SSN. But a corporation, the Supreme Court says it's a legal person. So let's not bring the pain home again. Are your ducks in a row? Why don't we do this? Go ahead and do this for the fun of nobody's watching. SSN, tax, probate when you die. And then you think the credit's free freaking money. You jacked it up, you got stuck, you couldn't get it anymore, and you couldn't run out diddly squat. Why the hell would you do that to you? Now let's look at the SS4. Wow, we don't pay tax till we're profitable. And all the cash credit to the corp, we can write it all off. Let's see. Silly and stupid or smart or work in conjunction. What do you think we should do today under that corporate umbrella? So I created division process. All right. Simple reason why. I never wanted to bring the pain home. And then I want a second chance in case I screw up. Is that okay? See, every one of you need a division of you. So let's understand. Here's my dashboards. I am an affiliate to 119 creditors. Only 10 are worth a damn anyway. So let's understand. Right here, it says SSN, SS4. So I get to pick and request. This is the word request. Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. I get to request on behalf of a person, a corporation, a division, a subsidiary. They become the ducks under the corporate umbrella. Why would anybody ever want to bring the damn pain home? I don't understand. All right, I don't understand that. So let's write down division of me. Can you write it down, please? Division of me. Now let's understand right now. All right, here's a Lamborghini. It's $6,800 a month. Here's the keys. That's not mine. Now let's say if I was stupid and I guaranteed it, if I lose it, then I get a 1099-C from the creditor of the IRS. That would be kind of stupid. If I get that Lamborghini in the corporation's name and they see the corporation on the Secretary of State, it gets sued, I still get screwed. I'm still a duck. So understand something today. If I get that Lamborghini in a division name because it's a legal person, now I have a choice. I can guarantee the SSN, which would be stupid of me, or SS4. What should I do? So if I guarantee these divisions, if I screw it up, those divisions could get screwed up. All right, don't have the intent to do fraud, but if I have to disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and I can bankrupt the two. I protected the corp and I protected my family. Why does anybody bring the pain home? I don't understand stupid. Do you understand stupid? Yep. You signed the building lease. The corporation signs it, you guarantee it, you're both ducks. If the division signs the lease and you guarantee it as a division of you, the only thing you'd screwed up is the two divisions, not the corp and not the family. I mean, you watch the banks do this stuff in your face. What do you think? Someone in the back room of B of A is going to guarantee shit? Corporation's going to guarantee credit. See, you don't know how to play. Sorry, that's your fault, not mine. The house. Anything above break even should go to the SS4, to income, because it doesn't pay tax till it's profitable. Why not? Every card under the Federal Income Act is entitled to 99 more cards. So would you like 99 more? Up to you. You see, you can learn how to daisy chain credit too, but you got to learn to play. Now, if you have a corporation before you met me today, I want you to go to Secretary of State and Google that. Come on, write it down. I want you to do some work today. Google Secretary of State. It's SOS, whatever state you're in, .gov, and I want you to find your corporation. I want you to find your corporation, all right, and I want you to see your names on it, okay? Now, if you used your home address, I pray you didn't. I mean, that would be stupid. You just showed everybody where you live. How dumb could that be? Oh, well, people do it all the time. 87% of stupid people who do corporations, I have to call them stupid because they all use their home address. I don't get that. Oh, well, if you did, change it right away, please. When there's a lawsuit, you have a corporate umbrella, you do it my way, all right, because your way, they filed the lawsuit, you became a duck. My way to divisions, it's a line of defense. The divisions are the ducks, and the reality is simple. See, they don't see in Secretary of State in most cases the division process. Again, you want more privacy? It's up to you. So understand today, who's going to guarantee the house, the building, the franchise, or the credit card? SSN or SS4? I think you should have two for every entity. One to receive the asset and one to guarantee the asset. Oh, well, that's up to you. You got to learn to play, and you're not going to be a duck if something goes wrong ever again. See, the divisions are the ducks. Isn't that how the banks and grocery stores in the cities do their locations too? And then every entity can file and get credit up to $1 million right away. Should you not learn to not bring the pain home? Cash credit, all credit to corporations are write-off. All right, interest rate credit card, personal credit's not. So what do? Let's understand that $100 million building right there, that Lamborghini worth $1 million, and that $5 million mansion in Raceboat, say the Ray Reynolds University.com, they have one thing in common. I obtained those. Why didn't you? See, getting that first 100,000 is a pain in the asset, because I got to get you to listen to rules and tools, and you got to follow along and not screw it up. Once we get that done, then up to the million's easy. How bad you want it? Do you want to become a corporate millionaire? So understand something today. I'm the guy that trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TRW and Spirit years ago. Working with Harold Stokes too, having fun. So if you want me to rebuild you, let me know. The goal would be is to analyze you. I want to show you how to get the American dream, but I have to analyze your personal credit. That means you can get a 90 and 90 working days. You could get 750 if you do what you're told to do. The goal is to get you to follow through. The Asperian, the Equifax, the TransUnion. So remember today, that's what I want to do for you is analyze you right away. Now here's my schedule. If you want to take a picture, there you go. I'm online 6 days a week right now. Have been in front of people online for 45 years, 6 days a week. This is my last and final year. So the ultimate goal, if you want to play, make sure you pay attention today. See, the 1,000 steps to millionaire, become certified CFO. The Ray Reynolds University going to leave about 10 billion plus, so my children can control it and not own it. So what I wanted to do after I created 2.6 billion corporate structure, when I turned 26, I wanted to help everybody for free. Nobody wanted to play with me. My wife calls this my hobby. So the reality is simple. They didn't have skin in the game. So what happens? Simple. I want to give you any program you get today during this process here with me up to 100% at times 10 your money back. Okay, if you want to play, but that's up to you based on certain programs today too. The goal would be draw the diagram, corporation division, corporate umbrella, and make sure you understand that the Bank of America, Chase, US Bank, and Wells Fargo, they bankrupt thousands of locations. They get a tax credit. And the bottom line is that basically follows what? The tax ID, and those are branch numbers. You can watch Sam's Club did it, Geico, cities. So your ultimate goal, if you listen and learn today, is understand, all right, stop bringing the pain home. You can become a certified CFO. You can literally reprogram your brain into millionaire status. It's my blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. That's the goal. So we got SSN, we got SS4. Here we're tax, we the people. Here's SS4, corporations and legal person, 14th Amendment of the Constitution. Why don't we file a single filing together, all right, on the IRS.gov website? It's a 1244. That's called a single filing. It's an S corporation. So we don't pay almost no tax ever again. From here, let's understand. Make your own defensive circle. You have to defend yourself. You've allowed friends and family, some of them probably to rip you off in the past too. So please understand today, who do you count on? For me, it's God and me. You see, the banks, what you just saw this last week. All right, Signature Bank shut down. All right, SVB collapse because everyone had their money there. They had to sign an agreement that didn't let them bank anywhere else too. But that's kind of stupid. But that's what it is. So understand, the world's changing. You better design your own defensive circle. The biggest problem, most of you, you're afraid to try. You hold yourself back. You don't think you can do this. So the bottom line is you are the biggest problem. Repackaging you, there's the goal, and your structure should be a corporation managing divisions. That way you stop bringing the pain home. All right, you put your ducks in a row, and I repackage you under the corporate umbrella. I like simple, don't you? So the goal is simple today. Incorporating rich and famous people's fun. They listen better than most people. Rich people do. And then you got the homeless or the basically people coming out of prison too. But what happens is simple. Most people, probably you sit around the kitchen table when you talk to your friends and family, say, let's start a business, honey. And then they look around all excited. Then you're going to go, where are we going to get the money? Let's do this. Why don't we hawk the credit cards, jack it up, get around to doing squat, drop our score to crap, and jog up the house and screw up everything before we get started? Well, that's what most of you did. I don't understand. Why would you do that? Don't give me the excuse you didn't know any better. I've been out there for 45 years teaching and preaching. You should have showed up. You see, all that does is hurt the family. That's not acceptable, ever, to hurt the family. You never bring that pain home, ever. Right down to today's day, you project 90 working days. We're going to see it, believe me, go get the goodies. Again, I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. All right, it's a blueprint. I sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years. Every Wednesday night, I created a system for the real estate too for millions of dollars and become the bank as well. All 18 books and CDs will cost you $999 today. If you invest $9.99 with me now during this webinar, you get the books for free. But if you don't do it with me, forget it. They're my books. When you start a business, hold your breath. Most people are going to try to push you down. You know, if they're going to catch you, you're going to just fall off the cliff. But that's up to you. My journey, not so easy. I got born in a taxi. She didn't want me. Reality is I got to be used and abused by Mrs. Hope. So I got no excuses, neither do you. So your journey can begin today as long as we go past go. Every day I get to my knees, I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I look in the mirror. I've been putting myself in check since I was a little kid. Who's going to hand me anything? I got no family, no mommy, no daddy. I got put in a freaking trash can. So I got a choice, God, me. So the bottom line is, that's called getting past go. What do? Sorry, you listen to your friends and family. And what do? They give their opinions. I don't give a damn about an opinion, to be honest with you. I want facts. They basically cloud your directions. Maybe you need a coach, or the bright millions and billions. Maybe me, the number one coach on the planet today. July 4, 2009. Ultimate goal. I got 3 yachts in my backyard. I'm at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night helping people like you. Wife wants to take out what? One of the yachts. I got 3 in the backyard. Which one you want, honey? What happens next? Simple. We took a group of people to watch the fireworks. The next day, I'm in a coma. I die at 5:41. My tax attorney tricked my wife to sign a POA. The nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. They're going to rip out my heart and take it away. Luckily, Jesus gave me a choice to stay at peace or go back. I said, go back. See, I got no excuses, neither do you. I moved 24 times when I'm 11 and a half years old. Been shot twice, knifed 6 times. I got no excuses. And if you have any, let it go. Let it go. You only get excuses for 3 seconds. Let's go see it, believe, and go get it this year. Got it? I got a book coming out this year. Jesus is not a drive-through. See, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. Your ultimate goal. Let me show you some goodies, so you get your goodies too. From the Duffys to the Lamborghinis to the mansions. How I broke the record for the fastest and highest kick on the planet in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. All right, we got basically race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks. All right, yachts and Ferraris. Don't you want your goodies too? Hmm. Well, a little kid that was eating up a freaking trash can at 3, huh? See, Ray's rules give you the blueprint. See it, believe it, go get it. It's about time you learn to play, but that's up to you today. Credit repair is a fraud. Look it up online. Federal Trade Commission will tell you it's a fraud. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they do it every day. Write down Section 611 today. See what you do about your personal credit yourself, too. Next thing is, when you hire a credit repair company that charges 100 plus a month, you think they have a magic wand. That's BS. It usually just pisses off the creditor and makes your score drop even more. So you might want to think about today, all right? If you have an open collection account, negotiate the debt. Man up and woman up to be responsible for your debt. If you truly want a 750 score, there's only 3 things you need to do. Take care of any open collection account, negotiate. All cards but 2, 25, 29%, and a rapid refresh. It's called the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. Now you're a CFO for the corporation. It's also known as the 3-step. You could play if you want to. Now, if you want me to help rebuild you, you got to be part of the program. You got to go to class on Saturday. From there, goodies, yes, first 25 steps today. Number 1, get your credit karma. It's free. Too bad they don't have a phone number to really help you. Our new dashboards hopefully will put them in last place. From there, as we do this, understand what I want to do is basically analyze your credit right away. That way I can show you how to get it up to a 750 score in 90 working days. But you have to follow through and do what you're told to do. The ultimate goal, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. As we play, I'd like you to get out your Social Security card today, please. Here's the application that I don't believe any of you paid attention to. All right, literally when you got your first what? Social Security card. See, mama got it for you if Nick's already took the gold standard out. If not, you did it when you're 14 to 16 years old. Here's the application that none of you paid attention to, and I expect you to pay attention to it today. You can download a copy as well. Application for Social Security card. Now understand, people in the 70s, 80s, credit cards came in the mail, so they didn't use their SSN. A bunch of dummies started to do that too. And every body followed like sheep and ducks. If we look at line 1 in front of you, it says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above, other names used. See, the design of the SSN is for the 1040 tax return. If you look at the card in your personal wallet today, in most cases, it'll say do not laminate, don't carry with you, and don't use for ID purposes. And then you wrote on every application. Then it says property administration, not you. That's IRS, by the way. So we got our SSN for the 1040 tax return. And then you got your first job years ago. You thought you were ripped off when you looked at your first paycheck. Where's my money? Well, then someone pointed out to you, very simple. All right, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. See, that mixes a bunch of sheep and ducks. What happened is you didn't pay attention to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, where it says a corporation is a legal person. You should have done that. And not only did I did my thesis for international constitutional law, I was 16 and a half. So let's understand today. All right, we the people, tax, and probate when we die, all right, are basically a corporation's a legal person. Why don't we learn that we can file one tax return called an S corporation single filing? IRS 1244. There you go. So let's understand, you get one SSN. That's all you get. That means we're all ducks and sheep. And the reality is 9 out of 10 people screw it up every day. Next thing is we look at a corporation, since they get to see the Secretary of State, they sue you. It makes you a duck no matter what you do. If you take it upon yourself and listen and learn today and turn these up and have division process, you can understand the divisions become the ducks. All right, that's the ultimate goal, not to bring the pain home in the first place. Become a certified CFO, reprogram yourself into millionaire status. See, the SSN is a bunch of sheep. SS Force Flying Eagle. I have to rebuild all of you now. I have to add history, build credit to the corporate and the divisions. At the same time, please allow me to get you an SS4 and explain it to you. I'd like you to learn how to be a CFO through the corporation divisions and choose wisely from now on. Ultimate goal, put all your ducks in a row. The divisions are the ducks. From there, remember that form you did pay attention to? Line 1, and it also said what again? SSN equal 1040. Let's look in the corner. I blew it up for you. SS5. By the way, that's IRS. Let's compare it to an SS4. So if we look at the SS4 form, we dissect it today. It's very simple. Banks and grocery stores and cities get rid of locations, get a tax credit, and they don't bring the pain unlike you. Line 1 in front of you says legal name of entity or individual person. So banks and grocery stores get rid of locations, bankrupt them, and know how to play. And that's what you're trying to learn today, too. As we play, keep in mind to be that certified CFO. The form, you need to dissect forms more. You scan over, you sign it, and you're done. No, you take the time. You take a deep breath. You understand reason to apply. It says banking and credit purposes. The only form on planet Earth that allows one per entity is an SS4. Corporations should only do 4 things as far as I'm concerned. All right, buffer tax, receives money, doesn't pay tax, so it's profitable. Corporate credit, we get to run it all off. Cars at fleet price tax at any divisions, and the free buffet at the hotel. The divisions should do all the work because those are your ducks. Line of defense, they're cheap, multiple functions, buy wholesale price, multiple credit reports, real estate flippity dippity do, or you can do separate liability too. So a division that I designed for me and the companies I had was the line of defense. Tax ID, debt follows tax ID. Then we also have the ability to get the cash reports. That's what I want you to focus on. Financing itself, not stealing from the family. I will give you a statement of guarantee every time. Not a problem. But it means very simple. I will guarantee as long as you do what you're told to do, don't screw things up. Okay, and you're part of the program. You follow the rules. It's that simple today. Violation is simple. All right, we're not here to play push me, pull me. You jack it up, and it's like, stop. The more you don't listen, the more you screw it up, you got to own your own stupidity. If you really want to win, you have to play by the rules. And that's the ultimate goal. So if you jack up cards, all right, if you apply during the program and I add history and you crash your rapid, we're going to charge you a fee or we're just going to close your damn case. We're not here to play push me, pull me. We're going to help people who really want to be helped. Again, you got a problem with the collection account, negotiate the darn thing. It's going to hit again and again. Past shouldn't change future. You got an IRS problem? Simple, irs.gov. They have a form called 656, 433A and B. Learn to play. Next thing what we have to do is a rapid refresh. I invented 39 years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough. So if you want a 750, what you have to do is pay attention. All right, you have to be part of the program. I'm going to repackage you. There's the goal. Remember, the 3 steps are very simple. It's the KISS method. That's how you get a 750 score. So again, very simple to do. If you want us to rebuild your credit, you will go to class. We will do a rapid refresh. Class is on Saturday. I have 10 of them live. 750 scores our target. We're going to charge you $999 and give you a 1,000 card back to you. That way you reverse yourself 100%. So during the broadcast today, all right, I will discount this only during the broadcast at $499. The card becomes $500. You scan, you pay a fee, or you sell. I'm your coach for 90 days, live, always. Take a picture of Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. The discounted prices are only if they're Zelled and if they're done during the broadcast only. If not, you will call sales and they'll give you the normal price. They make a commission on a paycheck. I do not. So if you refer people and they pay in full, I will pop more credit for you or sell you up to $1,000 a day. Up to you. Now, the phone number for accounting and paralegals is very simple. 800-510-3338. Once you're assigned a specialist, they'll give you the direct number for them. But again, this is today. Now, please call 888-567-8688. I'd like you to call that number and opt out for 5 years because you added yourself to the national mailing list. as a voter, corporation, or cable bill. I'd like you to slow down the robocalls and junk mail. Now I'd like you to plan the problem. I believe you've all been ripped off by a friend and family member, and you've allowed that. I believe you spent thousands and crap didn't work. Reality is now you're stuck with me about safety credit. Rules, sticky, 25% maintained, never past 29%. All right, and the bottom line is right down the limit of that card. Line of defense. All dashboards say 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red, the way I designed for Yarborough years ago. So that sticky will give you the ability to maintain the debt in a 750 and above. And if you have an emergency, you use the cards I'm going to tell you to use, not use and abuse as you play the game. Ultimate goes up to you. So remember today, when you jack up your cards and go, stop it. When you jack up all cards but 2, your score drops, you can't get any more, you back yourself in a corner, and you can ride off dilly squat. So what I want you to focus on today is understanding there's only 2 cards on planet Earth that allows you to jack them up to $1 million, maintain the payment, and never makes your score go up and down ever, up to $1 million and paid over time limits, gold and platinum cards. So the faster, if you want me to build these for you, I will, but it's up to you. Every application for cash credit requires a certified CFO. So if you want me to build you one up and away, I'm going to charge you $9.99 per card. The ultimate goal, if you want 4, 2 for you, 2 for the corporation, not a problem. Today, during the broadcast only, I will build 4 of those up for you at half price for $1,998. Okay, during the broadcast only. It's a Zelle, and you put RW in your Zelle and what you Zelle for. So the goal is this. When you have a job and you have an emergency and you lose both of them, they happen to you, what do? Most people run out of time, run out of money, and they can't wait to jack up their personal cards. I think that's a silly and dumb. They jacked up their own cards and they dropped their score and can't get any more. So let's understand today. All right, let's say you needed $5,000 today, now. Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They say no when you need it. When you don't need it, we pull out a safety credit card. You see, the average person wastes $50 every other day. If I max out the card in my hand, the payment is $50 a month. What the average person wastes in a given day, every other day. They also say that you waste 140 a week. That's $600 a month. If I take $50,000 off of a corporate credit card, the payment is $612.26. During a pandemic, I can buy 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through, using some common sense. Reach your goal, reach your dream. Believe in yourself. Me, I believe in God. I believe in me. I kick the door jam at 10, then I start kicking the basketball hoop. They go, what? White men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. You got choices today. When Nixon took the gold standard out, please write down Ray's rules one more time. A couple cards with 100,000. Never use more than 29%. I give you 71,000 of safety in case blankets, a fan, lost your job, or pandemic. When you use personal credit to start a business, I'm sorry, that's silly and dumb. And then you jacked it up, couldn't get any more. When you use corporate credit, you build it from the corporation itself. It can finance the dream and write it all off too. If you win, you absorb the taxation. If you lose, you get rid of a division, not the corporate, not your family. Your goal is very simple. It's called have your cake and eat it too. Step number 7 today. All right, become a certified CFO. But again, you got to learn to play. Keep in mind today, there I am dead in a coma. H1N1, there's the UDOC, largest one in Huntington Harbor. Check it out, Google the address. You'll find I'm telling you the truth. Next, I've been in 2 comas. One, I was crippled for life, and then Jesus said, get up, I got up. Last one, I died, came back to help you. See, I believe the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. But again, God's delays aren't God's denials. Here's basically the definition. Let's define it. It corporates, let's watch this. Chapter 18 says it corporates as a legal person. Let me circle it for you. It may sue or be sued. Now, I heard that when I was 7.5 at Mrs. Hope's house on a Wednesday night at a poker game. I wrote it down. They told me it was weird, probably true. But again, I rode my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department, library next door. I went and said, "Ma'am, what does this mean?" She walked away rudely, came back. "Here's a mock of his, here's a book." She slammed the book down. All right, I'm bothering her. Yes, she's the librarian. I read the book. See, I was looking for a blueprint how to get out of hell. And the reality is you've been looking for your blueprint. By the way, I'm your blueprint. I sent away my money order to the Secretary of State of California. I was 9.5. Got the corporation for free. You pay a little filing fee. I don't understand why people spend thousands on a piece of paper and get ripped off and don't learn diddly squat. You see, the lack of knowledge makes us do stupid things. Reality is I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. $900,000 of credit came in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave as well. So your choice is, understand, as an affiliate, I can build cash reports for you on your tax IDs. Cash credit for the corp and the division. Finance itself. Build credit for my cat. When I was at the bottom of it, to prove my point. From there, Inc. Magazine came to talk to me too. And then I said, use plastic to finance your business. Ultimate goal. Today, why don't we get our magic wand? Because I want you to have million lives. I want you to understand you never have to bring the pain home. Again, like banks and grocery stores do. We build a corporate umbrella. The division process are your ducks. We get a tax ID. I build the credit reports for you. All right, you allow me to build a cash credit. And then you get lines of credit lined up for that too, called checkbook money. Now, I would say flat out, 9 divisions up to $1 million and 41 up to $5 million. But again, that's up to you as you planned and played the game. Ultimate goal. So if I get you a gold card up to $1 million paid over time, my next question, would you like 9 sister cards? That would be the goal. And then from there, a piece of property in each one, a franchise. One screws up, you get rid of the piece, you keep the other pieces, you go set up another one. Kind of like the banks and the grocery stores in the cities do. Ultimate goal. So you got choices today as you learn to play. But that's up to you too. You see, you can play to win if you want to. And I invented division process in 85, 86. So today, when I build you the credit, you could loan it out and create cash flow for your time. It's in my book I wrote 45 years ago on page 16. You can create a cash flow, increase or basically replace your current paycheck if you want to. You see, the matrix of basically 41 divisions that brought in 190,000 a month, you'll find it in Buckets of Money book too. Again, 41 divisions. So the goal should be make you a money-making machine. That would be the goal. I like the goodies. I want you to have your own goodies too. Don't you like goodies? But again, you got to decide how bad you really want something to become a corporate millionaire. Are your ducks in a row? Why did I create the vision? Because I didn't want to bring the pain home, and I wanted a second chance in case I screwed up too. Ultimate goal. I can build credit reports under tax IDs for person, corp, division, subsidiary. What would you like? Let me know. The ultimate goal, division of me. Who guarantees the Lamborghini? SSN or SS4? It's in the corp's name or the division's name. Building, house, and then the SS4. Who receives the money to pay the tax? To have to pay all your bills. Even daisy chaining a credit too. So you might just think about mastering division starting today. Once again, if you have a corporation before you met me, please check it out, Secretary of State. I want you to see your name, how you're a duck, and I'm praying you didn't use your home address because that would be silly and dumb. Corporate umbrella. If they sue the corp, they sue you because you became the duck. But if they have division process, the divisions become the ducks. You see, they're not in your face like Secretary of State. You're probably going to need 2 divisions, one for the asset, one to guarantee. But again, that's up to you. You're not going to be a duck if something screws up ever again. You're going to build credit for every division because you're allowed to if you allow me to do it for you too. Credit and credit to a corporation, you write it all off in straight credit card. Personal credit, you cannot. So as we play, let's keep in mind, If you allow me to do the division for you, I'm doing the tax ID. I'm setting the credit reports, experience, treasury, and Equifax, adding about 2,000 of history. The office sells them each for $1,000. I discount them during the webinar only during this process for $500 each. That means you have the divisions and under the corporate umbrella. Each tax ID builds cash reports. Now, if you want 3 divisions today, you'll scan, pay a little fee, or you'll Zelle. Normally, I would have said $1,500 for 3. Today, you're getting 4 for the $1,500 if it was done now, during the broadcast. But it has to be a Zelle. From there, it's up to you. If you want 8 divisions, all right, you save a couple thousand. It is $2,999. It is definitely a Zelle. You must put RW when you Zelle. Ultimate goal is to repackage every one of you. And understand, if you want to call me or me call you, I charge $250 per call. I give a discounted rate during the webinar. From there, if you want 52 calls, that means literally 1 or 2 a week per year. All right, instead of $13,000, it's $5,000. From there, if you want to cut that in half, it's always a Zelle, the ultimate goal. From there, if you want 25 calls, all right, normally it would be $6,250. Reality today, it is discounted to $24.99 during the broadcast. If you want 10 calls, all right, literally it would normally be $2,500. Today it is discounted to $9.99 during the broadcast only for private coaching with me. That's up to you. Has to be Zelle. If you're not one of my last and final boot camps, because I'm not doing any more, you might want the 6 months program. You get you a call every week. You get all the classes and specialty classes too, and you get 9 divisions, and we build you up to $100,000 of credit. From there, normally it's $10,000 by itself. This is $19,250 of bonuses. And the bottom line is it's discounted during this broadcast only if it is Zelle and it's paid in full for $69.99. Ultimate goal during the broadcast only. There's your Zelle, put RW in your Zelle. Keep in mind the goal should be up to $100,000 to $1 million of credit cards and up to $5 million in checkbook money. That's what I want your goal to be. It's up to you. Understand the banks will give you checkbook money, unsecured up to $150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. If not, we do one this year, you'll have to wait till January as well. Ultimate goals up to you. That could be up to $5.4 million of checkbook money, but you need corporations and divisions in place to be able to get that as well. Now, during my classes that are live on Saturday, I have 10 of them. There's 8 in rotation. So I have nonprofit, one of my #1 classes on Saturday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We charge $999 for 90 days of specialty classes, or we charge $499 for every class. If you would Zelle the $499 because you want that class today, I'm going to give you a 2-year corporation, or profit or nonprofit, is up to you. But again, nonprofit, all states have portholes that allow a corporate umbrella to get grant money. I would tell you to do that too, and you get liability 0 on certain cards. And Google will give you up to $10,000 a month. It is a Zelle when you put RW in your Zelle. Keep in mind today, all cash applications require a certified CFO. So again, that's why we have to rebuild you. The faster I get you gold and platinum cards, the faster you can balance your debt. I charge $9.99 in each card. Today, if you'd like all 4, instead of $4,000, I'll bill for $1,998 for you today, if it is Zelle during the broadcast. See, the problem is most people take their personal credit to start a business, jack it up, get stuck, drop the score, can't get any more, and couldn't run a dilly squat. To me, that's stupid. Losing the corporate credit, you get to run off entry in the credit card. Borrow money is not taxable. You absorb the money, you absorb the taxation, you lose, get rid of a division. When you retire, remember, your bills never go away. You're going to have to master Ray's rules, having your cake and eat it too. But that's up to you. So remember today, one hand says SSN, I'm a sheep and a duck. The other hand says, I don't pay tax when I'm profitable under the IRS's rules too. So we could play and file a 1244 for a single filing and never pay any tax ever again, almost no tax at all. So if I wrote you a check, hypothetically, for $1 million, you'd probably put it in your personal account. Sorry, I'd say that'd be kind of dumb. You only need to keep 375. I'd tell you put in corporation or division of you. Receive the money, pay all the bills first. Pay tax on the leftover. It's up to you. From there, I'd like you to think about today, or at the United States of America Incorporated, planning the problem. They got 50 corporations. The corporations are called states. States got corporations called cities. They created the Chapter 9 bankruptcy in the Federal Protection Act in case blank hit the fan. The ultimate goal is up to you to learn how to play step number 9 today. So let's understand Google. Google bankruptcy today. Why not? Just for the heck of it. You have a choice. See, you got to man up, woman up on this. The next time blank hits the fan, is it SSN, you and your family, or is it a corp, division, or subsidiary and their tax ID? Who's going to be the duck the next time? Choose. That's what you got to do. So understand, when I add you to my credit system and you want me to build you up to $1 million, you got to go to class. If and when you screw this up, own the mistake. Own your stupidity if you make the mistake. Don't blame anybody else. You got to be responsible for you and learn to play the game the right way. Unfortunately, some of you had a corporation before you met me. You spent $3,000 to $8,000 for a piece of paper that was free. You had to see that attorney, CPA, and corporate service. You didn't learn diddly squat. All corporations are free in all 50 states. They pay a little filing fee. I learned that at 9.5 years old. So let's understand today, California waiving the fee till June of this year. You don't have to be a sheep or a duck. Let's show you a starter package for beginners. Okay, this is it's foolproof. It's for beginners. The average person wastes $1,000 a month on crap. Let's rebuild the credit rapid score. Let's give them articles also tax if you don't have. If you do, we'll use what you got. Set it in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Let's give them $5,000 of credit back. 2.5 times your money back. National average for a corp is $3,000. Here's $19.99. Let's discount that one more time. Let's give it to what they waste in a given month of $999. For $999, I'm rebuilding your credit, building corporation, hand you $5,000 back to you. All right. I mean, it's like if you're not listening, that's just stupid. That's 5 times your investment back to you. But again, you scan, you pay a fee, or use out. The expedited program you all should get into is called the Million in the Making. Now that's the expedited one that gives you $25,000 of credit. I discount it to $25.99, $24.99. Scan, you pay a fee, or use out. 10 times your money back. That's better than being in Vegas. But I'm your coach for 90 days. Run your race, beat your doubt. All right, get out of my way like I rebuild you. But again, it's up to you. You see, I like the goodies. I didn't like being used and abused as a kid. I like eating up a trash can. I like God's gift. Race boats and yachts, say the Ray Reynolds University.com. Helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. Please change your driver's license today to P.O. Box mailing address. More privacy. Now let's talk about you being a duck and a sheep at the car dealership. Come on, you let them sweat you for 5 hours. Is that not a sheep and a duck? I mean, that's called stupidity. You lost 5,000 and got 9 inquiries. All you had to do in that piece of paper you gave them to run your credit, write down aloud 1 inquiry and take a picture. You could have set the tone that day, but you did not. Man, I'm a sheep and a duck. Doesn't that suck? But it's true. The reality is what you should do is what I want you to do. Cars, fleet price, tax ID division. Don't need gap insurance, doesn't show up on credit reports. So what happens? It's a corporate write-off. You become and learn to be a CFO. Certified, by the way. See, if you lose the house or car, don't worry. That creditor will give it back to us as a 1099-C. The IRS will come kick your ass. Your choice is simple. You get in a bumpity bump today, they're going to sue the registered owner, which is you. Should be a division, by the way. That way they get diddly squat. Why not? Planning the problem, too. Every property you obtain should be a division. You see, you don't know who's going to fall and sue you and screw you over. Corporation. Your house payment should offset your taxes. So Amazon didn't pay any tax on the first 10 billion to trillion. Why would they pay tax? They don't have to pay tax. Come on. Corporations, there's no loophole. They do what they're allowed to do. He bought a Twitter in 24 hours on the line of credit. He's got a spaceship, so do the other guys. Don't you want your own spaceship too? But again, you got to play by the rules and know how to play. Unfortunately, that's what you're trying to learn today. Understand. Carl here has lines of credit that are more than he brings in the billion. He doesn't pay state or federal tax. Walt Disney should have paid tax on $1 billion, but they did not. Newsweek shows you how they deduct taxes. They wrote an IOU to themselves. They paid no tax on $1 billion. And then Walt Disney, they're going to deduct taxes. All right, borrow money is not taxable. Leveraging money to more money. Run your life through a corporation or conjunction. Quit bringing the pain home because that sucks. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Your paycheck's taxable income, right? You get the leftover. And then you pay the car payment, the gas, registration, insurance. Why don't you yell no and start driving a company car like I do? Why don't you get a copy of an SS4 today? Go to irs.gov. Find out it says banking and credit purposes on the form. You never had to be a duck. You chose that to follow like sheep. I want that stopped today. Mama, she delivered a baby after Nixon took the gold standard out, and every hospital handed her an SSN form. Baby goes in the stroller, the car seat goes home. You see, today, understand something. You have a house. It's called escrow closed homestead trust. Your house is not in the trust. That's called stupid. They sue you, they screw you up, take it away. You die, you get stuck in the probate. You finally got diddly squat. But again, you got to learn to play. You hire that contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. When they slip, fall, and cut corners, they sue you. They take everything away from you too. My way, plan the problem. They get diddly squat. Why not? So why don't we look at irrevocable trust today? That's number 19, 6 more to go. You can learn to repackage you every day too. From there, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I hear it all the time. I tell them knock off the crap. You don't want to be like Wesley Snipes who goes to prison for 5 years and pay a $5 million fine too, do you? So again, if you try playing peekaboo at the IRS, making a mess, you can't. Stop it. Go back to irs.gov, download a form called 656. A 433A and B, get your butt back in the system. By the way, that's called step 20 today. Your goal should be to learn to be an OPM, 70% discount, up to 90 days to pay the bill. What happens if you close escrow and got 200,000 left over? Simple. Don't act like you're rich and piss away like most people do. The ultimate thing is use Ray's rules. How to leverage money into 15 million more. Borrow money is not taxable, creating the line of defense. So keep in mind today, the ultimate goal is up to you. All right, I like blackjack. Don't you like blackjack? Now you won. Here's the Ray Reynolds University. One technology driver on Spectrum 2009, up to $1 million a day. Took the people on the yacht, wife wanted to do. What's the fireworks? My life got stolen. What am I going to do? Come back and go boo-hoo-hoo. I have my closet divisions, and I have my divisions of me. I built $1 million of credit right away. I don't stay down, and neither should you. But again, that's up to you too. The blueprint is see it, believe it, go get it. Ultimate goal, I use my closet divisions to get back on my feet, making millions and billions of dollars again. Ultimate goal under the umbrella. So 1,000 rules and steps for a millionaire to become a certified CFO. Repackaging every one of you is the ultimate goal. So from here, checkbook money. That means you have to have a 2-year corporation to get up to that 150. If you do not, the office does have corporations that would file last year for this year, so they're 2 years old. They sell them for 4,000 each. I tend to put $10,000 of cash credit to it, profit or non. If you sell during the broadcast, I give it to you for $19.99. All right, and give you the $10,000 credit. No credit, I give it to you for $9.99. It is always a Zelle and the RW when you sell. From here, a corporation is a legal person. Keep in mind the divisions and that you get credit too. All right, finance itself under the corporate umbrella. Keep in mind the goal is not to steal from the family. Tax ID, bills, credit reports, cash credit, and lines up for checkbook money. Every tax ID is entitled to a Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. 9 divisions should be up to $1 million. 41 divisions should be literally up to $5 million, and that's the ultimate goal. From there is your corporate umbrella in place. Are you allowing the corporation to do business? So keep in mind why I created in the first place. I wanted to bring the pain home. I wanted a second chance. So the bottom line is you probably should have 9 divisions for you and 9 divisions for the business as well. Again, who guarantees? Who holds the asset? It's up to you. You got to learn how to play. But again, I want you still to look up Secretary of State today. I want you to know if your name's there. It is. Next problem you got, if you use your home address, that needs to be changed because that was silly and dumb. Your goal is to put your ducks in a row. When there's a lawsuit, they sue the corp, they sue you. You became a duck. If you have the divisions, they're the line of defense. That's the goal because they're basically more private than being on the Secretary of State's website. Again, divisions, tax ID, 2,000 of history, build their reports for you. Office charges $1,000 each under the corporate umbrella. You build credit. Same time today, you can get 3 for $1,500 if you scan or use Zelle. But I changed that today during this broadcast because it's the 15th. You get 4 for $1,500 if it was done now. If not, don't worry, you'll just pay the $1,000 each. You'll get 8 for $29.99. Again, you get to save thousands of dollars. If it's Zelle, you put RW on the Zelle. From there, what are you willing to lose? Family, corp, division? All right, can't bring the pain home. Corporations sue, they sue you. So why don't we think about the divisions being the ducks? We play chess today. We both lose his own piece, both sides. But at the end of the day, my way, we both get checkmate. That's called winning the game of business. So as we play the game, keep in mind I'll give you back credit for you or sell you up to 10% as long as your referrals pay in full. The ultimate goal is up to you too. As you do this, you can always call 800-510-3338. That is paralegals in the accounting department. You can say you run webinar with me today, the ultimate goal. So here we go. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. Okay, raise rules, training people to be certified CFOs, corporations and divisions up to $1 million. And the goal is to see it, believe it, go get it. Making you in a machine, a money-making machine, that would be the goal. We charge 10% on lines of cash credit. You want 100,000 is 10 grand. 50,000 is 5,000. 25 is 2,500. Today, during the broadcast, I'm giving any client a 60% discount if it is Zelled today. It means now. From here, if you let me add you to my credit system, the goal is to analyze you, show you how to get the American dream. And I got to analyze Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, show what needs to be done. From there, keep in mind, never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Why would anybody spend thousands on a piece of paper for a corporation and not learn diddly squat when they're free? A little filing fee. Division for real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense. Raise rules, give you bonus cash credit so you can finance the business and take away your excuses. No more excuses today. From there, 750 is waiting for you. As you let us rebuild you, you go to class on Saturday, rapid refresh, 750 is the target, and the goal is it's $9.99, and you get a cash card back to you for $1,000. During the broadcast, we discount this to $4.99. Card becomes $500. I'm your coach for 90 days. Scan, pay a little fee, or use Zelle. The ultimate goal. If you want the starter package, we rebuild the credit. Rapid score. Articles also tax ID for free. If you don't have already. Chart, all right, it's corporate setup on level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. National average is 3,000. Normally this is 2. 5,000 credit back to you. Discounted to $9.99 during the broadcast only. Scan or Zelle. Scan, you pay a fee. Zelle, you do not. I'm your coach for 90 days. From here, you have the Millionaire in the Making. That's an expedited program. You get 25,000 of cash credit, 5 times your money back. Normally 5,000. During the broadcast, we discount it to $24.99. You scan, you pay a fee, or you sell, and that sell is free. You get 10 times your money back, no excuses. It's better than being in Vegas too. There's your sell. You put RW when you sell what you sell for. Keep in mind today, every one of you should be a corporate millionaire and understand that the banks, grocery stores, and the cities do this in your face. Learn to play, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and understand you can reprogram your brain into millionaire status. Look behind the curtain, do your best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all. So let's understand today. You have the ability, all right, to call the paralegal department, the accounting department, and say, I just saw Ray on a webinar. You ask for Santos, Scott, or Eric if someone's available, and you can say, Ray told me I call the next 10 minutes that you'll try to give the same price too. The ultimate goal. If you wait after 10 minutes, you go to the sales team, they will give you the normal price. 800-510-3338, the ultimate goal. So we do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.